Good morning, children. In today's class, we shall learn a chapter in the Civics section. The name of the chapter is Features of the Indian Constitution. In the last two lessons, we studied how our Constitution was made. We also studied its preamble and understood terms like the sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. These goals expressed in the preamble are also a characteristic feature of our Constitution. Apart from these, the Constitution also has other features. We shall try to understand them in this lesson. Federalism. It is one of the most important features of our Constitution. Now, in countries which have large territories and huge populations, such as India, the government is run by a federal system. Ruling a large territory from a single capital city is not only difficult but may also lead to neglect of some far-flung areas. People residing there cannot participate in the affairs of the government. Therefore, governments function at two levels in a federal system of governance. They are the union government and the state government. The union government carries out tasks like defense of the entire country, foreign policy, and establishing peace. In this way, it carries out the administration of the entire country. The state government, on the other hand, looks after the administration of a particular state. For example, the government of Maharashtra looks after the administration of the state of Maharashtra only. Now, when both these governments, that is, the union government working at the national level and the state government working at the state level, when they run the administration of a country cooperatively and make laws about different subjects at these two levels, it is called federalism. Separation of powers. The Constitution has divided the subjects for making laws between the union government and the state governments. Let us see which government is entrusted with what subjects. Our Constitution has given three lists of various subjects. The first list is called the Union List. It contains 97 subjects on which the Union government makes laws. The State List is for the state governments to legislate upon. It contains 66 subjects. The meaning of legislate is to make or enact laws. Apart from these two lists, there is a concurrent list which contains 47 subjects. Both the governments, the union and the state, can make laws on subjects included in the concurrent list. Now, if a subject comes up that is not included in any of these three lists, it is then the union government who is entitled to make laws on it. These powers are termed as residuary powers. The division of powers in this manner in the Indian Constitution is unique. It enables the union government and the state government to bring out the country's progress by cooperating with each other. This also encourages the participation of citizens in the administration of the country. Who deals with what subjects? Subjects with the union government are defense, foreign relations, war and peace, currency, and international trade. Subjects with the state government include agriculture, law and order, local government, health, and prison administration. Subjects that come under both the governments include employment, environment, economic and social planning, personal law, and education. Union territories. In India, there is a union government, 29 state governments, and 7 union territories. The union government controls the union territories. Following are the 7 union territories: New Delhi, Daman and Diu, Puducherry, Chandigarh, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and Lakshadweep. The Indian Constitution has provided for a parliamentary system of government. In such a system, the parliament, that is, the legislature, has the highest decision-making power. The Indian Parliament includes the President, Lok Sabha or the House of the People, and Rajya Sabha or the Council of States. The Council of Ministers that runs the administration emerges from the Lok Sabha and is answerable to the Lok Sabha for all its decisions in the administration. In parliamentary democracy, the discussion and debates that takes place in the parliament have a great significance. Independent judiciary. The judiciary is a system of courts that applies law. The Indian Constitution has created an independent judiciary. The disputes that cannot be resolved mutually are referred to the judiciary. The court hears both the contesting parties, looks into the injustice, if any, and gives its judgment. This has to be done impartially. The Constitution has made several provisions to ensure that the judiciary remains more and more independent. For example, the judges are appointed by the President and not by the government. It is not easy to remove the judges from their office. Single citizenship. The Indian Constitution has granted a single citizenship to all Indians, that is, Indian citizenship, in which a person may be living in any state, but he is considered to be as a citizen of India alone. In doing so, it promotes national unity. Process of amending the Constitution. The meaning of amending is to make changes in order to bring improvement. Now, sometimes, due to changes in circumstances, there comes up a need to make changes or amendments in the provisions that are stated in the Constitution. But frequent amendments to the Constitution will bring out an instability. It is the Constitution of India that specifies the procedure of making amendments in our country. The procedure is neither too difficult nor is it too easy, but all the steps has to be followed as stated in the Constitution. Also, while bringing about amendments in the Constitution, there is more scope for first considering the important amendments. All the procedures stated by the Constitution is flexible so as to ensure that general amendments or changes can be brought about easily. You must have read about the Election Commission in the newspapers. Since India has adopted a democratic form of government, people have to elect their representatives periodically. For this, the elections have to be conducted in a free and fair atmosphere. Only then will the citizens be able to elect a candidate of their choice without any fear or pressure. If the government were to conduct elections, there might be no guarantee of such free, fair, and just atmosphere for elections. Hence, the Constitution has entrusted this responsibility of conducting elections to an independent machinery that is not part of the government. This machinery is known as the Election Commission. The responsibility of conducting all elections in India rests with the Election Commission. The Indian Constitution has some important characteristic features, few of which we have studied in this chapter. In the next chapter, we are going to study more of the important characteristic features of our Indian Constitution.